financing on select items, plus extra flex on items that you love all day, every day. And HSN card VIPs enjoy extra perks. Oh, if you apply today and if approved, you could get $15 off your order. So, are you ready to jump in? Give them a ring or visit hsn.com.
All right, thank you, Linny, and thank you, Connie. And we are back in Florida here, guys. My name is Guy. This show is called Now That's Tasty, and we have got a lineup and a half for you today. We have some of our best stuff. We got brand new stuff, some of your favorites. We're doing free shipping on everything in this first hour. We have a couple of tools that we're going to be offering you, too, and those are free shipping as well. But I wanted to get into the show. So you know Relly's, right? You know who I call the masters of ravioli? Let me just tell you. Relly's has ruined ravioli for me, from anybody else on the planet, because it's authentic, it's homemade. None of that junk and that funk. It's not all doughy. It's a very thin, light dough on the outside, and we got a brand new flavor. It's sausage, ricotta, and escarole. If you don't know what escarole is, it's spinach. Not bitter, delicious. And they put so much filling in these raviolis. Let me tell you, I can eat maybe 3 or 4, and I'm a big guy. These are one of my best bites, and you're gonna get 24 of these. So you can get 24 in the brand new sausage. You can get 24 in the ricotta, which is just creamy goodness and heavenly, or you can get 6 of each. And we also have an option where you can get a couple of pints of sauce to go with that as well. Get the combo. And if you love ravioli, you'll never be the same once you try those, all right? Anyway, that is coming up in a little bit, and we got something brand new. This is called Janet's Latin Bakehouse. So I don't know if many of you know, but it's kind of a really cool thing. In Latin America, they like to have their little cakes with their teas or their coffees or their espressos. Well, we're gonna get all into that in a little bit, but these things are magnificent. You get 20 of these little mini cakes, and they come in 2 flavors. You can get the cinnamon, which is through the roof, all right? Not too sweet. And then we also have the chocolate and vanilla swirl. So you can get 20 of each, or you can get 10 of the cinnamon, and you can get 10 of the chocolate vanilla swirl. I think everything in the show today is available on auto ship, and I'll keep you posted. Rocky is my wonderful producer. He'll let us know what's gonna sell out first, but I will tell you this. We're getting towards the end here. I don't have a lot of any of this stuff to go around. So if you want to get it, order it. It'll be delivered to your house. Heat and eat, enjoy. Just heaven. All right, let's get started with a little bit of the snacking, all right? And to snack, there's nobody better than the Rose Sisters. I love these ladies. We'll be right back, and we'll tell you how to get it. Take a listen.
This is Anne. I'm the longer blooming Rose sister. I'm happy to be here and tell you a little more about our mother's tradition.
Hi, I'm Paula, the younger Rose sister. My much older sister will probably say she's the one who perfected our mom's recipe, but I'm here to tell you that that is false. I will take the accolades for carrying on and perfecting mom's recipe that she brought from Poland to the United States early in the 1900s.
I hope you will try it yourself and see how good it really is.
Enjoy.
Now, tell me those are not the most charming ladies you've ever seen in your life. And let me just tell you this. They make the most incredible snack that I have had in a long time here at the network. And this is our Rose Sisters family chips. These are giant jumbo tortilla chips. And guys, they're not fried, they are baked. When you eat them, you will swear that these have been deep fried. They are that good because they have the bubbles, they have all that good stuff. And then that famous, world famous seasoning on top. So you can get 3 bags of these, and a bag goes a long way. They come whole. You can either use them whole and you can make pizzas, or you can do whatever you want with them, or you can break them up and use them as snack chips. Everybody will get 3 bags for $22.95. If you want to double up and save and get 6 bags, and I would do it. My son steals this from my house every time he comes over, breaks them up, puts them in onion dip. You can use them on tortillas. You can use them to make pizzas. You can use them for everything. But the taste, it's like the greatest chip you've ever, you know, there's like famous chips that are out there and you're like, oh my God, that nacho cheese, nothing's, this flavor will absolutely knock your socks off. And this is the original. Jonathan Marcus, who's part of the family, is here. Hi, buddy.
Always great to see you.
Always good to see you. You are the grandson.
I am the grandson of the creator of this and the son of the older Rose sister.
I have to show everybody how it comes out of the bag, okay? And I was talking to you about the bubbles, all right? So this is not a baked or fried chip. This is a giant baked chip. And this seasoning, I don't know what you put in. I've tried to look at the ingredients, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the seasoning is amazing. And look at, if you come in, look at the bubbles. See the bubbles?
Yeah, nice and flaky.
And then what you do is you break it up into pieces, and I'll just do this one right here in front of you. And then you can use these for anything. You can use them in dips. You can use them as the basis for anything. In soups, they're fantastic. I mean, there are so many different uses for these.
I mean, it's really breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacking all in one product. So it's really, it's a great thing. And the best part is that, like it says on the bag, break it in the bag. So there's nothing more fun for kids and for spouses and for friends is to just take the bag, crush it up, and then you open it here in the back, and it's a resealable bag right here.
And by the way, it's one of the best resealable bags I've ever had. I've had chips on my counter for 2 weeks with these, and they stay as fresh as can be. But then when you look inside, it's all broken up like,
I don't know.
And you do it fresh.
If we can get a close-up of this
Yeah,
here.
we'll get it. There you go.
There you go. So basically, a bag full is a bowl full.
Right.
Is to put it out. And it's just absolutely scrumptious every time I have it.
I like them in dips. I like them with salsa. They're fantastic with guacamole. They lend themselves, the flavor lends itself to everything. Like if you like any kind of tomato soup or any soup at all, they're wonderful in soups. I've put them in pea soup. I mean, you could put them in anything because the seasoning, it's not what I would call like an overly garlicky or an overly oniony. It's the perfect seasoning.
Yeah, well, it has 15 herbs and spices going on in there, so there's a lot of flavor. It's really very savory, but it's not super overwhelming. It's just a lasting taste in your mouth you know, it just, you remember it.
You don't get the oily, greasy taste that you get. And you got to realize 99% of the snack chips that you buy in a marketplace are going to be fried in probably a seed oil, all right? Most likely soybean oil or corn oil or something like that. These are not. These are baked. And the part that surprises me as a foodie is they honestly taste like they're fried. Like that unctuous flavor, that crispiness.
Yeah, so you get that same flaky, crispy, durable, lasting, memorable taste, but it's the way we bake it.
They're not spicy at all.
No, these are not spicy.
He's got versions that are a little spicy, but these are not, okay? These are very, very tame, but loaded with flavor, not overly salty. There's no trans fats in these. I call them finally a tasty, crunchy snack that's good and not one that you have to feel guilty about.
And very low carb, low on the carbs. So, and it's shelf stable, so you can just break them open, serve them, any leftover, just seal it right back up in the bag and put it back in the shelf. So
yeah, and I love the see-through window because you actually, where they're not hiding anything here. Here you're looking at a pizza that we made, but here's what I would do. If you like chicken or beef stir fry, you can put that on top of there. If you like to do chili, and you want to put chili on top and then put some onion and avocado and melted cheese. And I'll tell you, one of these is plenty for one person. It's probably more for like two people if you put toppings on it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And just remember also, they make great gifts.
You get 3 bags. So if you want to keep 1 or 2 and then you want to give one away, we're also doing it available. And remember, if you get the 6-pack, we have both available on FlexPay. They're both free shipping. The 6-pack at $39 is the best deal. I have about 100 left of every option because we also have auto ship available. Remember, auto ship, you just get it every month or every 2 months or 3 months. You make up the auto ship as you see fit. But again, a snack that you can feel good about eating. It's not fried. I know I hammer that point on because, listen, fried snacks are good because they're fried. All right? Because that's it. They have residual oils. They linger in the mouth, but it's kind of an oily feel. And you know, when you eat like a bag of regular, like, let's just say nacho chips, you're tasting that all day long.
Exactly.
It's in your teeth, it's
Yep.
on your breath. What's nice about these is they're a clean finish with just those wonderful blend of herbs and spices. They're not overly salty, which makes them really good if you're gonna add them to a meal. Like if you're making a pizza, you don't want something that's really salty because a lot of times the cheese will have salt and all the rest of that. We've done a bunch of different meals here, Jonathan. We started off, we just did a really light breakfast, lower in carb than regular toast.
Exactly.
And it's nice and
Exactly.
crunchy with just some eggs and some beautiful avocado. Here we just did a little crudité.
Exactly. And some, it looks like some hummus there.
This is one of my favorite ways to have
the
it.
soup?
Oh, if you like any kind of a tortilla soup, use this in there. It is amazing what it does, and it holds its crunch. Even in the soup, it's amazing. We've had that in there for 30 minutes, and you can see it holds its crunch. Over here, we just did a pizza, all right? And then finally, the traditional, what we did is we took one bag, crumbled them up,
Yep.
and we made some fresh salsa. I'm just telling you, when your guests eat this and you tell them, hey, guess what? That's not fried, those are baked. They're gonna be like on the floor going, oh my gosh, these are so good. So
And
everything is,
just remember, it goes with everything, right? Every
I-
meal, every kind of snack, every kind of dip. It's just a really great universal product.
when I'm hungry,
That-
because I keep the bag right on the counter. When I'm hungry, I used to go for a chip. I used to, you know what I'd buy? I'd buy the, you know, the little tube of chips because they're
yeah.
so easy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now I go this because they seal so well and it stays fresh for weeks and weeks and weeks. So 3-pack or a 6-pack, Rose Sisters, Jonathan Marcus, the grandson, great job.
You can't go wrong.
Always good to see you.
Great seeing you,
Always
guys.
good, my
Thank
friend.
you.
I love this product. I
Thank
love,
you.
love, love it. It's all my favorites today. All my favorites. All right, I'll give you a quick mention over here. By the way, if you love the chips and you love to go dips with your chips, there's nothing better than chips from the Salsa Queen. I have the red chili salsa, where you get 3 containers. They will arrive frozen. Just let them thaw in the fridge, okay? You can get 3 in the red chili salsa. I will just tell you, the tomatillo salsa is, the one over here, is ridiculous. The one, I got about 100 of each, all right? And you're gonna get 3 containers at $29.95 with free shipping and handling. And I'm telling you, it is salsa kicked up like you've never had before. If you like a little spice, go the red chili. If you don't like the spice, but you love that full-bodied flavor, then go the roasted tomatillas. You can't go wrong with either of those. You get 3 and they go great with Rose's chips. All right, something brand new and one of my best bites in the show. Y'all know my affinity for desserts, right? But I don't like super duper 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 sweet desserts. I love little cakes because portion control,
Yes.
right? And these have kind of a Latin spin on them, which my wonderful guest, who I cannot do a show without, Carrie Miletto, is here.
Hello.
These are called Janet's Latin Bakehouse cakes. You're gonna get 20 of these cakes. You can go 20 of the chocolate swirl with chocolate chips, or you can go 20 of the cinnamon. Carrie likes the cinnamon. I'm gonna do my taste test today and tell you
You'll
which
figure it
one
out.
I like better. But you could do 20 of each, or you could do 10 of each and get the combo. We are doing a launch price of only $39.95 for 20 cakes. That's $2 a cake, which is a steal. And we're doing free shipping and handling. Welcome, Carrie Miletto.
Thank you so much.
Look at the beautiful box they
Look at
come
this
in.
beautiful box. So no matter how you go at it, you're gonna get 2 boxes. So what I love about this is the season where we are starting to get together and weddings are happening and gatherings are happening and graduations and all
Look
sorts
at
of things.
them, little loaves.
Look how cute. They're little loaves and they have their little boxes that they come in as well when you open this. So this makes a beautiful gift. This is a great idea to bring to the book club, to bring to, you know, a birthday, or to bring to, maybe you're having dinner at someone's house, bring one of these. These little cakes
Oh my
are the perfect
gosh.
size because they are a couple bites. It's not just a 1-bite cake. You really are getting quite a bit out of it. I'd say 2 or 3 bites. But that is the cinnamon that you have right now, which is a vanilla base. It's got cinnamon throughout. Janet is from Miami. This is a Cuban Latin American who is bringing all of the flavors of her family from Miami straight to your house. So what's exciting about this is I grew up in South Florida. I grew up in Miami, and I know what it's like to go into a Latin bakery. So when you do, it's like, you know, sometimes they have the windows and you're getting...
I call it a scene, man. It's a scene.
It's a scene.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so you know, because everything's delicious, you
Everybody's
eyeball.
happy. You ever notice?
That is 100%
They're all
true.
happy.
I really like that you
All
noticed
right,
that.
I have to interrupt you. This cinnamon,
Okay,
you
tell
said
me.
you love the cinnamon.
I do.
see why.
I do.
And I'm going to tell you, I don't think it's that sweet.
It's not.
There's
I
a
love
little sugar coating on the top.
That's correct. Yep,
But it
we'll
is
take a
not.
closer
It's
look.
not a super sweet. So this will be wonderful with coffee. You know what I mean? If you wanted to
It is
dunk.
perfect with coffee.
All
That
right.
is the whole idea. So here, let's take a look at the outside of the cake. You'll see that it's kind of like got the kind of the sugared top there. That's just very light, okay? But when I pull this apart, what I love is that even though it's really like it holds its shape, it doesn't crumble. This is a super moist cake, and that's really important when you're looking at things like you know, pound cakes or coffee cakes.
That's what it tastes like to me. A really, really, really good pound cake.
But like not dry. Can
No.
I express that? Because I think that a lot of times you go
at
to
this.
coffee shops and you pay good money and they're super dry. That's not the
You
case
see
here.
how it holds together?
Yes.
See how it's not crumbling all to pieces?
Yes.
And if you can do this, right? If you can smell, look at, see that?
It just smushes.
All right, I have
Okay.
to try. I got to try the chocolate squirrel.
Okay, so-
Squirrel. Rocky says that. Which one's the most popular? The combo. All right.
Okay,
I'm gonna take this
combo
one.
is the way to go. This is our first time on air, so we're really excited.
These are
I'm
gonna
so
sell out.
excited to bring my home to your home. I love Miami.
look at
I
this.
love a Latin bakehouse. Janet is so excited to be part of HSN. This is a small business that you are enabling to grow by ordering this. So the marble, which is also known as chocolate swirl, is really huge in Latin families and like really a special flavor. And this one we added chocolate chips on top as well. So when we're looking at this one, you're gonna have that vanilla, that chocolate, and then sprinkles of chocolate chips.
They're both completely different.
Yes.
All right, so there's no way I can pick one over the other.
Let's do this. We're gonna break
The
it.
chocolate is
There's
like a
your-
milk chocolate. It's really, really delicious.
Yeah.
But it has that same light cake underneath. Guys, these are actually very light. And one would be great for somebody after,
smush?
you know what I would do with the cinnamon? I'd get a little can of whipped cream
Yeah.
and just put maybe a blueberry or something on top. That would be that.
Oh, it's perfect with fruit.
With
It's
fruit.
perfect with ice
The
cream.
chocolate, you could warm up and you could put it in a bowl with ice cream. All right, we are very busy. These are free shipping. It's $39.95 for 20 cakes. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Stephanie, Jojo, which ones do you have? The chocolate. You like the chocolate? All right, I'm gonna bring them.
It gives you a little
I'm
of
gonna
each.
bring you guys.
Have them try, yes,
Here.
yeah.
I want you to try this too. I'll let you guys just split it up. Just rip it in half.
See,
All right,
friends
try
can
that
share.
one.
That's the perfect
Oh, I
size.
like this one.
You know what? It's different, right? It's not. The other one is chocolate, and this is like cinnamon, so it's completely different. I think they'd both be good for breakfast and snack, lunch,
Yes.
dinner, dessert.
Really
And what I
throughout the
like,
day.
you know what I like too, is under 200 calories, which is really nice because when you think of a piece of cheesecake,
Absolutely.
you're at like 500-600 calories.
Absolutely.
So this is lighter. And let me ask you guys this too. I don't think they're that sweet, do you?
That's what she was saying.
Yeah, they're not like a gooey like piece of birthday cake.
Yeah,
All right.
No, yeah.
I love these guys. The best. Keep eating. So if you're looking for a cake that you can enjoy either with a glass of milk or with a cup of coffee or with a cappuccino or an espresso,
what I'm showing.
or if you're entertaining and you don't feel like making dessert, remember you're going to get 20 of
perfect for
these.
that.
You could put 6 of them on a plate with some
Yep.
fruit in the middle, a
Yep.
little whipped cream all the way around. You'd be hitting with high octane. $39.95. You're getting 2. Oh, yeah, it actually says 1.5 of these is a serving.
I
So
mean,
one, but that means that
Yeah.
the calories are going to be even less. If
I
it's
mean,
one
look,
and a half.
if you look at it in my hand, okay, and yes, I'm a petite person, but if you look at it in my hand, this is I love that it's like a mini loaf. I'm addicted to minis right now. And, you know, minis are always something that's
Our
nice
customer
because...
loves them.
Because, well, it's portion control. So you don't like have the entire cake to cut and then you just so happen to cut too big of a piece. This is portioned out for you, so it makes it super easy. And remember, it's coming in those little cups. I'm gonna grab that in just a minute
One
again.
of these is about 125 calories.
That's it. And so it's the perfect snack. It's the
Man.
perfect, and I love that you said throughout the day. This could be with your coffee in the morning. This can be after lunch if you want something sweet. This can be in the afternoon if you just want to do a little 3 p.m., 5 p.m. pick-me-up and you just want to have a little cafe with it, you know. And we did our cute little cafes here. I'm going to grab this one just to see.
You want to show everybody what we did?
Oh, for sure, because there's tons of things you can do with this, but surely, if you're looking at having like a cafecito or, you know, that's how it is at
You know
the
what
bakeries.
I would do? You know what I would do with the cinnamon one?
What's
I'm just
that?
telling you.
What's that?
You know what I have at my house?
Yeah.
I'm a big deal on the fruit butters. I have apple butter and I have peach butter at my house. With the cinnamon, I would do the apple or the
That would
peach
be
butter
delicious.
on top.
Absolutely.
With the chocolate, you can do what we did here, and you see we just kind of jazzed them up with a little bit of whipped cream.
Just add a little something.
They're wonderful with anything.
These are really simple. Please come to this one because this is really kind of showing you an around the world of a lot of different things here. This is how you can entertain in style, and you can bring the entire Latin bakehouse idea right to your table. There you're actually looking at a mocha pot, and that is how in a lot of the bakeries this is done. You get your cafecito, and then you have your pastelitos, and you have your little cakes, and it's delicious. And that is part of the nostalgia, the fun, and just what this is all about. And this is where we're starting, but we have so many flavors to bring you. Can I just tell you, Janet has these incredible flavors, so they're coming. But certainly here what we've done is we just did like a little whip on top. We did a little chocolate syrup with some mint. We put a little fresh fruit around it. This can now help you create a beautiful, entertaining dessert that when you have people over, and the cakes are already baked. So you just take them out, you pop it down, and you do some really pretty things with it. I love it, but again, don't forget, it's coming in 2 boxes. So if you want to get 1 cinnamon and 1 chocolate swirl, that's how I recommend. You're getting 2 separate boxes. So when you open the boxes, there you go, you're showing that beautiful cake.
Oh my gosh. Well, I can always tell a good cake if it doesn't fall apart when you open it up. Not one crumb came off that because it's very, very moist, okay? Yet at the same time, you can see by the structure of the cake, it's not heavy, all right? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me, not in the taste, but the way it looks of the famous cake that has the white stuff on the inside.
Oh, yes.
Have you ever read what's in one of those?
Yes, exactly.
Don't eat it.
Exactly.
So if you wanted to, you literally could probably even hollow this out and put some whipped cream in it. But these,
you could.
And I will tell you this too, Carrie. This is only very, very lightly cinnamon. I don't taste strong.
Correct.
It's just so, this almost tastes like just a regular pound cake with just a hint of cinnamon.
These really are the nostalgic flavors of Latin America that you would find in a Latin bakery. So again, this is bringing Miami straight to your door. This is how Janet does them in Miami and how you would find them in Latin bakehouses. So what we love is bringing you a really amazing recipe that comes from Janet's family straight to your door. Chocolate swirl, again, gonna give you that vanilla chocolate mix. It's also known as a marble cake, but it has chocolate chips on the top. And then if you go with our cinnamon, it's kind of like a vanilla pound cake that has a light cinnamon flavor. And again, the sugaring on top just to give you that nice little pop of flavor.
Of the two, believe it or not, the chocolate chip is the most popular, but then the other most popular is the combo. And remember, Rocky says they're getting both. They're getting a combo and they're getting a chocolate because they want to try it. So they want to get more chocolate. But this is everything that you're going to get if you get the combo. Keeping in mind that if you just want to get one flavor, everything will be one or the other. They come in the 2 boxes. They come to you frozen?
Yes, they will only come to you at temperature. And then you don't have to freeze these, okay? You don't have to put them in the fridge. You can if you want, but these can live right on your counter. These are good to go, and I tell you, they won't last long. But if you do want to freeze them, like maybe you're saving them for something, totally can do that. You saw they come in little cups and you just pull them out as you need them.
If you're gonna have a snack cake, why not get one that's not so bad for you? You know what I mean? It's like, well, we always revert to those. The one that's in the little wrapper and you're like, oh my gosh, 350 calories, loaded with sugar. This is about 125 calories per. It would be the perfect thing to have at the end of a meal. Or even in the morning when you're having your coffee, you got a little something substantial to eat. 090404. Remember, you can get all-in-one flavor or you can get the combo where you get 10 of each at only $2 a piece. You're sticking around.
I am.
Oh yeah, we have auto ship too if you want to get that. We are going to take a break. Are we going to do meatballs?
We're going to do meatballs.
The best meatballs of all time.
Let's do it. Put your box.
Meatballs when we come back. Stick around.
Sun's out, deals are on. It's HSN's Memorial Day sale. Soak up 6 days of epic savings with up to 50% off everything site-wide and on air. Plus, this weekend only, unlock extra special Memorial Day deals you won't want to miss. The countdown to your best summer starts now.
Be the first to know when your favorite brands and celebrities will be on HSN. Submit your email for when to watch directly at the bottom of an hsn.com product page. You'll receive email notification every time your favorite brands will be live on HSN.
The stars are aligning on QVC Plus and HSN Plus for season 2 of my late night talk show, Busy This Week, hosted by me, Busy Phillips.
And me, Casey St. Ange.
Join us May 21st at 10 p.m. Eastern as we get down to earth with some of today's most shining stars.
And shop fab finds that you won't believe.
Your Wednesday nights just got a whole lot brighter with QVC Plus and HSN Plus. Download the free TV app or visit QVCplus.com to start streaming now.
In honor of National Military Appreciation Month, HSN is supporting the Foundation for Women Warriors, a nonprofit organization dedicated to honoring and empowering the women veterans community. The foundation works to enhance the personal and economic well-being of veterans by providing financial education, professional development, and mentorship. Join us in support of our women veterans. In May, HSN will match customer donations up to $75,000.
So I can make all kinds of things, but I will tell you, one of the things that's always been a challenge for me is because I worked in Italian restaurants for years, making a really good Italian meatball. You have to have the perfect blend of cheeses and spices and all that stuff. You have to know what eggs and what kind of breading, all that stuff. Well, I will tell you, Butcher Box has mastered it. This is our 4-pound offer, and you get 2 2-pound bags of beef and pork meatballs, fully cooked. These things are absolutely amazing. They are juicy. They are tender. Look at the juice that's coming out of there, okay? And we haven't even put these in any kind of sauce. They have an incredible mouthfeel. They're yummy. They are grass-fed and grass-finished, which is very important.
That is.
They are choice beef and pork cuts. And like I said, you can add them to any dish you want. No artificial flavors, no artificial fillers, just really, really good meat, really, really good cheese and spices, and you will love them. So whether you're gonna put them on a pizza, make a meatball sub, whether or not you're just gonna make Sunday sauce and you wanna flavor the sauce with the meatballs, you are gonna get a boatload. In fact, before Carrie gets started, look at all the meatballs. Now you are getting anywhere between 65 and 70 meatballs. They say about 66 to 68, whatever it is, because they do it by weight, and it really no one ball is the same as the other. So, because you could tell they're hand formed. They are absolutely amazing. They are already cooked and seared, and then they are flash frozen. You will get 2 bags. Each one will have 2 pounds of meatballs, and all you do, and they're resealable, all you do, if you want to make dinner for you and your sweetie, you take 4 or 5 meatballs out of the bag, put them in your sauce. If you want, you can brown them in a little bit of olive oil if you want to, add a little bit like you did it. But guys, these are that Italian homemade taste that everybody wants to get, but it is so hard. Absolutely. I will make meatballs, and they'll taste different every time. And one of those reasons is I'm a hack when it comes to, measuring a lot of stuff. But I also think it's the combination of knowing the amount of breading you're going to put in, the amount of cheese, and especially the amount of eggs, which makes these really, really tender. So if you're just using them for a sandwich, or if you're using them for Sunday dinner, they are perfect. We put them on sale today. I think this is the lowest price because the last time I had these, I think they were 85 or 89 bucks. 89. $10 off and free shipping and handling. You can't say enough about a good meatball.
That's absolutely
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
That's absolutely true. I'm gonna take this one and put it into the air fryer. This is Butcher Box. So you want me to help me pull these out? This is Butcher Box. We are all about unboxing better. And what does that mean? That means all the different elements that go into making your food and into taking care of your meats. It has to do with making sure we have happy animals. It goes down to making sure that we have incredible ingredients and making sure that we take care of everyone from start to finish in the process. And that's what Butcher Box is all about. Because we feel like at the end, when you get these meats with these meatballs, they are just gonna taste better. It's going to be an amazing experience. And that is what I have had with these meatballs every single time. When I first aired these with you, I think it was like a month ago or a little over that. I had just recently, gotten involved with Butcher Box. And I tell you, I had tried them a couple times and I thought, wow, they're really good. Since then, I have been using these meatballs in so many recipes that it has gotten, I'm so excited because I've made soups with it. I did do a pizza with it. I added it to my pizza. I've made sauce with it, which is what you're moving over to. Oh, is everybody showing up for the meatballs? Look at this.
Stephanie, JoJo, Piper, Angelo. Look at them all.
Look at
sucking down meatballs like nobody's business. They had their dessert, now they're having their dinner. But
That's right.
for me, the traditional is right here. All right?
Yes.
By the way, I have 100 in auto ship and like 150 in the single ship. This is why you buy them, because let me tell you.
Yes.
And by the way, it flavors your sauce amazingly.
So let's talk about that. Because this is the beef and pork mix, what that's doing, the beef is a grass-fed and grass-finished. You want some cheese on that?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
You keep talking.
It's a grass-fed and grass-finished beef. And why that's important? Grass-fed, I don't know if you know this now, they can say it's grass-fed, but they actually fed it grain at the end.
Right.
So it's not 100% grass-fed.
Grass-fed doesn't mean they're not getting anything else.
That's right. And so if you want to truly get grass-fed, you get grass-finished. That's now the next thing that's really important for it to have, and you can taste it.
You can taste that. There's a whole different taste in beef that's been grass-finished.
Because if they don't grass-finish it and they do the grain, it's faster. And so what you know now
Their natural
about...
diet is grass.
That's right.
They're not supposed to eat grain and corn and all the rest of that.
Not rushing the process.
There
Butcher
they
Box
are.
is making sure that even though it costs more for us to take our time with this beef, that we're going to do that because it's going to give you an incredible product when it gets to you. And so that's what's really important, and that's why these meatballs stand apart. Also, the pork part, which is going to add all that flavor.
Yeah.
Because a grass-fed and grass-finished beef is also going to be less calories. Did you know that? So but it's also going to be very lean. So giving the pork into it is going to add back that flavor, and it's going to give you that juiciness that the meatballs absolutely need. What are you doing here, mister?
Having a meatball.
He's going to have a meatball.
I want a meatball with some sauce on it.
I love this. I love this.
All it's missing is those raviolis over there.
Oh,
the raviolis
you gotta bring that
are
over
coming.
and finish it off. Heck yes, that's
All
gonna
right,
be amazing.
so here you go. And again, you'll be able to taste the difference. Sorry, I'm a cheese guy, as you can readily
you're like my husband.
witness.
He
All
does
right,
the same.
So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna cut it.
Do it.
And this is how you eat it. And they are so tender. I'm gonna take some of that cheese on there like that. I'm
loving watching you do this. He's such a foodie.
Oh, mighty.
It's
you know
good
what I
all
had
by
today?
It's good all by
A
itself.
half a pita with some peanut butter on it. That's all I had.
Oh, you came hungry. He knows he has to, though, because all the great food he gets to eat.
That is so good.
So good, right?
And you know what? People don't use it enough, but the term beefy.
Beefy.
And I don't mean like, oh, he's beefy, dude. No, I mean like the beef, there's a flavor of beefy. Beefy means umami, right? It means it has that finish when you taste it. There's a caramelized taste, a richness, and not an oiliness, right? Because these are not overly fatty.
That's right.
You can see even when you put them in a sauce, they're not going to leach out a bunch of fat because the quality of the ingredients and the way the cattle were raised, it comes out in the flavor of the beef.
This is the best ready-to-eat meatball I feel that you are going to get on the marketplace because of Butcher Box standards, because of what we are doing to give you high quality, to give you most delicious finished effects. These meatballs are going to be your savior. You're going to pull them out whenever you need them. You're going to keep them frozen in the freezer, and then you're just going to pull out what you need as you're making meals. If you're making a large Sunday sauce or something like that, throwing these in your sauce is actually going to add flavor to your sauce because those the meatballs are going to just cook in there. I can't believe we did this today.
We get a pizza.
A pizza. So if you want to add this to your pizza, add the meatballs to that.
Meatballs are hard. They're hard to make.
It's just time consuming.
And if you're not from an Italian bloodline and had somebody teach you from the time you were 3, it's really hard to know, which is why I will never get meatballs unless I'm at a really, really good Italian restaurant.
Yeah, because then
it's
you know.
Like I said, I'm ruined for raviolis because of Tiffany. I cannot have ravioli. Well, first of all, the only place I would ever have ravioli is a really, really good, authentic Italian restaurant. But even then, you don't know what you're going to get. It's the same with your meatballs, okay? They're hard to make. They're time-consuming. Meatballs takes me 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, my gosh.
Because I got to make the meatballs, then I got to bake them in the oven or fry them in oil. Then I finish cooking them in the sauce for 2 hours. That's 3 or 4 hours. Or you can go to the freezer, open up a bag of the most delicious meatballs you ever had, take 5 or 6 out, put them in a pot of sauce, let them cook. I like to let them steep in the sauce for an hour at low temperature, and then make your pasta or whatever you want to put on them. And again, we're showing you wedding soup. We're showing you stroganoff, traditional. You can do them on a hoagie. I mean, if you're on a low-carb diet, just eat meatballs, for goodness sake, right?
That's right.
With something on the side. You could do that as well. You can have, you know, they make that, and I buy it, the low-carb tortillas. You could do a roll-up kind of meatball sub on a low-carb tortilla.
Delicious.
And look at this. Look at that.
Look at our sub. Okay, so you could do a little bit. You could add a little extra cheese, a little extra sauce. I would have gone more saucy on that for sure.
Well,
but
here,
look
give me a little
come
extra.
on.
Give me a little extra sauce.
Hit it up with some sauce. You got it. I'm coming.
I'm
right
not going
over.
to eat it because I have to save room for ravioli, which you understand.
But like, let's just do a
Look
little
at that.
sauce explosion right there.
And then a little
perfection.
little emerald stuff on
But
there.
look how easy that was to make a meatball sub. That can be really pricey if you go to some different sub shops.
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
Look at that sandwich.
Look at it. So again, I love these because they are already cooked, so it is a heat meat situation. Super fast to be able to use them, and you're gonna have amazing deliciousness.
Lowest price we've done, free shipping and handling. It's gonna get you about 67 or 68 meatballs. That's enough to get you through at least the end of the summer. Exclusive here, grass-fed, grass-finished, top of the line when it comes to great meat from Butcher Box. Thank you, Carrie.
It's my turn to eat now.
You get to eat. Are you done now?
Yeah.
All right, you gonna hang around for raviolis?
Absolutely.
These raviolis are just crazy.
Taste.
Those are coming up in just a bit, but I've got a couple of really, really good tools that are, I believe, I can't remember the last time I aired these, but I've never done them with free shipping and handling.
Right.
Amy Garten is here. She is my expert, all things kitchen and other things, and she's got a great product with her called Cool Grippers. How many of you out there have tried to get a pan out of the oven? You try to wrap a towel on it, your thumb hits it, you're burned, you got a blister for 2 days. How many of you taken a cake out of the oven in a glass container or a ceramic, and it is so hot and it stays hot for 30 minutes? You need the grippers. These grippers were formulated to be able to grip virtually any pan. I don't care if it's a saute pan, a baking pan, it could be in the microwave. I burned my fingers the other day pulling a plate out of the microwave oven because I had something in there for 2 minutes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the plate's hot. So you're gonna get 2 of these. We have colors available. They come in blue, they come in black, and they come in red.
Yes.
And they are individually boxed.
Yes, so you're getting 2. All you have to do is pick what color, blue, black, or red. They come in a box. Each of them come in boxes. They are so easy to use, and you guys can see they're dishwasher safe, so when you're done, you just throw them in the dishwasher. But they really are the coolest thing you will have in your kitchen. If you have a kitchen, or you know anyone that has a kitchen, you need the Cool Grippers. This is what makes them so special. So you're getting 2. If you look on the inside of them, there's a silicone grip. And I'll hold real still there for you guys.
Strong.
There's a silicone grip on each side. So on this side, silicone grip, on this side, silicone grip. All you have to do is give it a squeeze. They're ergonomical, they're easy to use in your hands, they don't hurt your hands. They're actually making everything you're doing in the kitchen easier to do. And what's nice about this is whether you're doing, you know, just like old pots and pans or your nice china, because of that silicone grip, nothing ever gets ruined. If this was one of those big cast iron skillets and you've got all your yummy goodies in there, you try to lift this up with just one handle, and it hurts. That's heavy. Guy, do you know, I walked all the way from the kitchen here at HSN using my Cool Grippers, and the kitchen is not close, is it?
No,
it's like way down there. I was walking through the hallway and everybody's like, oh yeah, that needs to be the demo. But it gives that extra handle on anything that you're doing so that when you do have those big heavy pans, you can use it anywhere. I want to show you something in my stove over here. So I've got the stove countertop and I've got the regular stove. If you were to come over here, and I've got my delicious lasagna.
That's a real hot lasagna.
That's a hot lasagna. And you use this trusty old oven mitt. The first thing that's gonna happen when I go to grab it, I'm gonna stick my oven mitt right in my lasagna. You know these things, they shred, they get gross. Use the Cool Grippers, and then I'm also going all the way in my 450-degree oven. I just grab it, so easy, bring it right over to my table, set it down, and that's all. And I'm not even squeezing hard.
Oh, that's
hot, right?
That's really hot.
But look at this too. Instead of using your oven mitt, I can pull my rack in and out. So if I want to grab my cookies, you want to grab anything, you can do that. You have the countertop oven, check this out. Game day, you know,
your air fry tray.
Wings, air fry tray. You know, this is the gamble.
And look, you can even move them, like you can manipulate them to be able to pour out. Look at that.
But look at that, you can just pour. I can lift my tray, so whatever I've got in my air fry that I'm doing, I can use these. And then on top of it, look at that gorgeous
And this, by the way, this does not have a really huge lip on it.
Nope.
But these grippers are so safe and secure that you can get in there and you can pull out whatever it is.
Yep. But again, if I were to use that oven mitt,
yeah, it'd get all over
it
the
would
place.
get all over. Will you just shift that
You
over,
got it,
Guy?
girl.
I'm gonna
You
just
got
put
it.
this down here. Don't judge my burnt marshmallows, by the way.
No, I like them like that.
But check that out. You know, so if you've got your nice china, it's not gonna destroy anything, and you can lift anything out. If I were to have used that dirty old oven mitt and I try to get in
plus
here.
it can slip out of your hand.
Yeah, slip out.
The silicone is the whole difference.
And this is what happens to them. And this did come from my house. Yes, I'm ashamed to say.
They're always
I
nasty.
keep this just for shows because you know this is what happens to them. So get yourself the cool grippers. I'm telling you, college kids, moms,
What about,
grandparents,
think about like
weddings.
Thanksgiving Day when you have heavy duty pans in the oven. You've got a turkey pan in the oven that's so hard to get out. And they're super, super strong. By the way, the red will sell out first. I have them in red, I have them in blue, and I have them in black. And they are loving the red and blue. You know what this is just, I love a product that everybody can use.
Everybody can use.
And especially if you have issues with your hands, where you have to use your fingers, this removes your fingers from the equation. Now you're using the grip strength that all of you have, and you can leverage that to be able to get things out. That's what, 15 cookies right there on a giant tray.
But I mean, check this out. Everywhere you can use. This is everyday use. It's not even special occasion. It's just grabbing anything out of the oven, anything out of the microwave, using it on your stovetop. If you're getting your meatballs and you're making your meatball, you know, with the sauce, use that to carry it over to the table.
It gives everything a helper handle.
It's a helper handle.
Everything has a helper handle.
It's the coolest gripper. Your countertop ovens, pull the racks out. Keep your hands away from those hot ovens. You can pour your air fryer pans. You can take stuff out of your microwave. You know, so soup, coffee, anything that you're heating up that you don't want to reach in and grab your hot coffee cup and then throw it in your dishwasher. If it doesn't go in the dishwasher, it doesn't come in my house. And then here's what's cool about it. I got to tell you the upside downy, the downside upsy. You can use it either direction. So whether you want to grab down like this on something or you just flip it over and you grab this way.
Depends on the lip of the pan.
Yeah, just depends on the lip. That silicone grip will not hurt anything. So even your fine china, this is the coolest grip that you'll have at home.
And how many of you walk around with a burn or a bandage on your finger because you tried to get something hot out of the oven, or something cold out of the freezer if it's too cold for your hands? It makes it so much easier. I love helper products like this because a lot of our customers are seniors and it's hard for them with their fingers to grab those big heavy hot pans. All right, the next item I don't have to say much about because I own it. All right, I bought these the first time I worked with Amy on these, and this is our self-sharpening sous chef 2-pack of shears. All I'll tell you is if you think you own scissors, you don't own scissors until you own these.
Right.
These will go through virtually anything. We're using sheet metal here.
Sheet metal.
It goes through cord. It goes through wire. It goes through cardboard. It'll work in your garden to deadhead your flowers. You can do virtually anything.
Hard plastic.
Look at this.
Hard plastic in your craft room. Then you've got the felt. Look at that. It just cuts right through your felt. This is thick and it has a sticky bottom on it. Look how it cuts right through. Weed whacker wire. I'm just gonna cut through there. You guys know what these are, zip ties. If you have any fishermen in your house, fishing line, I mean, it just cuts right through. This will send anybody to the hospital when they're trying to open those, you know, clamshell packaging. And all you gotta do is just cut right along it and it opens right up. But look at this. Check this out, Guy.
Yeah, you're my
All
hero.
of these things, I slid right through, but let me tell you why these are so great. You might have shears at home that you're like, oh no, I have a great pair of shears. These shears are surgical grade stainless steel blades. They're self-sharpening, so you never have to sharpen them. Every time you use them and you're doing this, they're sharpening themselves. They're spring-loaded, so honestly, they do the work. Watch how it really kind of bounces back on me.
Makes it easy.
I do no work. They have a lock on them, so you can lock them at the bottom. Simple little press to open it up, and there's a bottle opener there. Great colors, talk about the colors.
You know, it's funny, I bought them for the gardening. That's why I bought them. But you get two. So I have one inside, and the one that came with my knife block sucks. It's always dull. You cut one piece of metal with it, it won't cut paper ever again. Because this is surgical steel. It never gets dull. And every time they
surgical
bypass,
grade stainless steel.
they sharpen themselves every time they bypass. So I got colors. Black and red. I'm gonna go white and gray.
Yep.
I'm gonna go over here, sage and red. Magenta, we're calling that. So I believe it's the same red, but we're gonna call it magenta. We have blue and purple. All right, I got those right. And then we have yellow and turquoise. I love that this is a 2-pack because I like to keep one for food prep, and I like to keep one for everything else. I have one that I use for gardening, or if I got to trim wire or whatever that stuff. But the ones that I use inside, you can easily bone out a chicken, split it down the middle. It goes through bone, it goes through meat, and the best part is you're never gonna have to sharpen it. And most scissors out there don't have the spring load, which is easier on your hands.
You know, and I have to say, since I've had these, and I've been using these for so long, by the way, these are exclusive to HSN, they're customer pick. I mean, we love them here. Ever since I started using these, I can't use anything else. I love just having salads, but I don't like big pieces. So I put broccoli, kale, everything in my bowl. I don't get a cutting, and I use my shears. And I just do that. But like, I love how you can, you know, put a lock on them. They're so easy to use.
Do you know what I did with mine? I make stuffed clams. And when you shuck the clams, you have to cut them. And I don't like to put them in a processor because they get all nasty. You just put this right in the bowl and you just chop them right in the bowl.
Yeah, that's how I do my salads. But let's move on to some food. So you're getting 2 of them. I recommend get a couple sets because you will want to gift these. They each are coming in their own giftable box. So you're getting a box with them. Use them in your garden. If you have a fisherman, get them for their kit. Any hunters, but watch this. You can cut through, I just cut through bone. Check this out.
Look at that. Dude, I think I just hit one of the guys with one of those.
I think you just did. Guy, I'm just cutting right through bone like it's nothing.
Amazing.
And I'm not even pressing that hard, to be honest with you. You know, it's right there. It is really doing all the work for you, the spring-loaded. Cut all of your anything, you know, in the house, like your salads. It really goes anywhere. I'm gonna reach across, you guys, because I'm gonna grab a grape. I just wanted to show you. Now watch this.
Look at the price. They're a little over $11 a piece, all right? And you will love, these are gonna last you for years, okay? Don't settle for the scissors that you get with your knife block. They're never that great, all right?
Do you see that little slice of grape that I did? And it didn't, my grape still stayed intact. My grape is not smushed. So that's how nice and sharp and gentle, like it's weird to say gentle and sharp, but I just made a contact lens out of a grape with these shears, and my grape is not smushed. The rest of my grape is not smushed. So if you wanna do, you know, you're cutting salads and you wanna cut little slices of things, you don't have to get a cutting board and a knife out and then do that, you know, clean up later. Look at that.
By the way, these are a huge customer pick, mostly 5-star reviews on hsn.com. If you read it, it's scissors, but all scissors are not the same. A good pair of scissors can be your best friend, whether you're in the kitchen or whether you're in the garden or whether you're a crafter. You crafters know, what would you do without a good pair of scissors?
Exactly.
These are gonna last you year after year after year. And remember, every time they pass each other, they sharpen themselves.
Absolutely, so that's the big thing. If you're thinking, I've got shears at home, but here you're getting 2 sets, and the difference is they're spring-loaded, so the shears do the work for you, but they sharpen themselves. They're self-sharpening every time you use your shears, every time those blades cross. They're sharpening themselves. Surgical grade stainless steel, these babies are gonna last for you. They have a nice lock on the bottom, so when you put them in the drawer, and it's easy to undo the lock, you just give it a little press. And then of course, we've got the bottle opener. So these are the shears that you're meant to have in your home just for forever. Get a few for some friends. Stocking stuffers, because look at this. You get a box.
I could have any scissors. I love these. You proved it to me, and you're gonna love them when you get home. A 2-pack on sale, and only time I've ever done them with free shipping.
Yes.
Free shipping on these, so get them home. Amy, thank you, love.
Thank you, guys.
Good to see you.
Enjoy your raviolis.
All right, hey, if you get an HSN credit card, guess what? I won't personally, but somebody's gonna send you $15, or you can use it on anything that you wanna pick up in the show today. My show or anybody's show, even our raviolis, which are coming up. But check it out. You also get things like FlexPay and all kinds of cool stuff. So make sure you get yourself an HSN credit card. All right. I saved something very special for the end of the show. It's my pick, and it is Relly's Ravioli. The lovely and talented Tiffany Bucciarelli is here with me today, my bestie, my buddy. And I will tell you, you guys have ruined me for any other raviolis. I was very spoiled years and years ago when I was married. Italian mother-in-law made the best raviolis ever tasted. I will tell you this, these are just as good. I can't say they're better because, you know, she's gone now, but they are, and that is saying a lot. That is a woman right off the boat from Italy that used to make them by hand. You guys do the same thing.
I love them.
This is our brand new flavor. It is sausage and ricotta and some escarole, which is the best. It's like Italian spinach, not bitter, delicious.
So
These
good.
are heavenly. So let me tell you, I know you got a lot to talk about, but I want to show you what your choices are because we have many. First of all, you can get all 24 in the brand new sausage flavor, which is to die for. Or you can get the ricotta, blend of ricotta and wonderful cheeses. So you can get 24 or 24. Or if you would like, you can go half and half, where you get a dozen of the spinach sausage, and then you get a dozen of the ricotta. If you want auto ship, I've got a dozen in each one of those. And I only have 40 of each. Oh my gosh, these are gonna sell out so quick. I only have 40 of each in the single ship. If you want sauce, we're gonna come to that next. We can give you the sauce and that adds $10 to the bill. But welcome to the show. Look at you making me raviolis. So
this is my favorite thing to do is watch you eat.
They're very special. And what I always notice about your raviolis, which I did, like I said, with my ex-mother-in-laws, they're not doughy. They use a very thin, paper-thin sheet of wonderfully made dough, and they concentrate on the filling, because that's what makes a ravioli. If I want pasta, I'll just eat regular pasta.
Right.
It's that filling, Tiffany. And if you want, tell your little story. I know. Tell about your family.
Yes.
I know you're not the cook.
I am not the cook.
But somebody is.
But my mother-in-law is. And, you know, when I married my husband, my mother-in-law said, well, I don't want my son to never eat great food ever again. So these are ravioli made with 50 years of Italian traditions. And you talked about the thin pasta layer.
Yeah.
That is how the Italians do it. We do a super thin Durham wheat layer of ravioli. The filling is supposed to be the hero of the ravioli with a little bit of marinara sauce. Our marinara sauce, which is to die for, and if you've never had our marinara sauce, I encourage you to pick it up because it really does create a perfect meal. And it's light and it's fresh. And ravioli to us is all year round. It's not just in the fall. It's not just warm, comforting food. It's all year round. And the reason that this sausage and escarole, sausage and vegetable, which is an Italian vegetable, escarole, we pair it with the ricotta cheese, ricotta impastata. And impastata, all that means is that we've drained all of the water out of the ricotta. So when you cut into our raviolis, what is going to pour out is fresh ricotta, whole milk cheese. In that sausage and escarole, that sausage and vegetable, you're getting a little savory, a little sweet. So if you love an Italian wedding soup, you were talking about the meatballs in Italian wedding soup. Like, we literally have crafted Italian wedding soup and put it in a ravioli.
You gotta get these. I'm just telling you, my son is addicted to them. I had 4 trays in my freezer. I went and checked a couple weeks ago, and there was like 2 trays left. He's taking them and he's bringing them to his house with his girlfriend, and those are the lobster ones. So, you know, he's hitting me up there. I will tell you, this traditional ravioli, and I don't even like to call it traditional because it's authentic. It's more like if you went to Italy, this is what you would see. Very thin pasta, perfectly made, and really, really good stuffing. And nothing, what I also noticed, on the sausage, it's very finely ground.
That's right.
It's very smooth. It's not like you get a big honking piece of sausage.
Right, so if you love Italian sweet sausage, this is why you're gonna fall in love with these raviolis. They're finely ground, which makes it really, really light as well. So perfect, like if you have, you know, family coming over, you wanna dine al fresco, you know, pair it with a little salad like we did up front. How about an orange and fennel salad, right? Like this can be your center plate. Finish it off with an orange and fennel salad.
I would do the ricotta.
Light and fresh.
I would do the ricotta on a cold salad easily because I mean it's pasta and cheese.
That's what's for dinner.
So we are very busy, and I have so few of these to go around, guys. I mean, literally, I have a few dozen of each. I know, how good is that, right? I mean, this is Italian restaurant, high-end Italian restaurant food. This is not even like peasant food. This is way up there. And you don't. What's great about it is you got to realize all these are done with love. A lot of the work is done by hand. The best ingredients, the best of the cheeses, the best of the fillings, the best of the pasta. We have a option where you can get the sauce. I'll get to that in a minute, but $69.95 will get you 24 of these. And here's the other thing. They are filling if you eat, like I could eat like 3 or 4, and I'm a big guy.
Right.
All right? But if you want to do them as an appetizer, or if you want to have them for lunch, you just put 2 or 3 on a plate.
They're so easy to cook.
With a light sauce. And like for a luncheon, like in the summer, I would love that.
They're so easy to cook. They come to you frozen. We flash freeze everything that we make at Relais. We preserve the freshness. These are made fresh. We flash freeze them. When you get them home, throw them in the freezer. When you want to make them for dinner, you're going to take them out from frozen. You're going to pop them in boiling water.
Eat every one.
Raviolis are so easy. See how they rose to the top? These are done and they're ready to be served. You put a little bit of the marinara sauce on the plate first, then put the raviolis on, a little bit of marinara sauce on the top, so that every bite you get that marinara sauce.
I would order the combo.
Yes,
because
combo
you know what?
For sure.
The yin and yang between the cheesy one and the spinach one, they're like 2 totally different taste experiences.
And serve it family style.
Yeah.
Serve it family style. I have here the combo. I did 2 and 2 and 2 for a total of 12. The marinara sauce, okay, so
I had to cleanse my palate.
Can we talk about our marinara sauce ingredients?
For an extra $10, you will get 2 of the big jars of sauce to go along with it. And I will tell you, and you know I'm a stickler and very picky about sauce, this tastes authentic. You don't have to do anything to it. It's all the best ingredients, and it perfectly complements the raviolis.
That's it, exactly it. It's supposed to complement, it's not supposed to overpower. Our marinara sauce is authentic. We literally use 5 ingredients, and it's written right on the front in big ingredients, so you can actually see. We use 2 different types of tomatoes. We use tomatoes from Italy for acidity. We use tomatoes from California for a little sweetness. When you pair those 2 together, it is fresh, it is delicious. And that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be light. We put a little bit of olive oil. Of course, you can never have enough olive oil in your diet.
So we're having a little bit of a trouble trying to activate the one with the sauce. You can still order it, but we're going to go back and just talk about the original raviolis, which are, by the way, Rocky, you want to update me? How are we doing on raviolis? All he said was they're very popular. The combo is half gone.
Yeah, got to get the combo if you can.
I love the complementary flavors between the sausage and then the ricotta, because sometimes you just want cheese.
Exactly.
And they're really good as like a 1-2 punch.
Exactly. So this is Italian sausage. It's finely ground. Notice you don't see any chunks there, but the filling is incredible. It's that Italian vegetable escarole. It's kind of like Italian wedding soup in a ravioli. Notice how our raviolis are incredibly thin. That is why we do it. We do it Italian style. They're supposed to be savory. They're supposed to be filling, but you're not supposed to feel like you're getting a heavy pasta. That's why it's perfect. Even if you live in Florida, it's like 90-something degrees out. You can still eat ravioli in the summertime.
Just eat the
Pair
filling.
it with a fresh salad.
Oh, yeah.
You can also shave a little bit of lemon if you want it to have a little bit more fresh and zesty taste on it.
I never think of ravioli. The only reason people think of ravioli as heavy is because somebody made heavy ravioli with a lot of doughy exterior.
Well, traditional pasta in the grocery store, it's heavy, it's filled with the pasta and less of the filling. I mean, think about it. The filling is the most expensive. We do not skimp. We want you to enjoy the filling. We want it to be exceptional. I know Carrie is dying to come out and taste this.
All right.
So I want to
Carrie,
give
you gonna come out?
I want to give her the
I'll set
sausage
her up.
ravioli.
This is for Carrie Mileto.
Yes.
This is for Carrie Mileto.
Why, thank you.
Which one did you give her, the sausage?
Yeah.
I gave you the sausage and the escarole.
How did you know? Okay.
I wanted you to try it.
You should know. You're Italian, right?
On some days.
Yeah.
I wanted to let the whole thing.
Yeah.
That marinara is great too.
Isn't it? It's fresh, it's light.
It's very
that sausage is
clean.
savory.
Yep.
The escarole is slightly bitter, but when we pair it with that ricotta that is sweet, it like eliminates any type of bitterness.
Combo and auto ship just sold out, and the other ones are getting ready to sell out as well.
So you got it.
Remember again, it's order time.
Enjoy, Carrie.
Do I want 20 of the ricotta? And by the way, if you don't like sausage, 24. Did I say 20? Sorry, that was the last item. If you want 2 dozen, and guys, remember, 3 to 4 of these makes a meal.
Yes.
That's 6 meals for $69.95 of authentic Italian raviolis. Now, if you want to pair it up like, you know, and you just give somebody 2 raviolis and then you give them a big old nice piece of Italian sausage that you grilled outside, perfect.
Right.
But remember the brand new flavor of the sausage. And if you've never had escarole, my favorite soup on the planet, I used to work in an Italian restaurant called The Arrow, and they had a soup called chicken escarole and bean. My favorite because it's like a spinach texture,
right,
but it's not bitter. It's wonderfully leafy and delicious. Cheese ravioli just sold out on auto ship. So what do I have left, Rocky? Sauces are available.
Definitely pick up the sauce. I mean, listen, it's the summertime. I know you don't want to cook. I don't want to cook either. Look at how large these raviolis are. So when you talk about 3 or 4 of them per person, these are large, oversized, incredibly stuffed ravioli. You are gonna love them. Get them with the marinara sauce because it is the complete meal and you don't have to cook.
You know what sucks? I could eat these all day. I literally, I have another hour to do and I'm okay with that. But I could eat these things all day. And let me tell you too, if you're doing a dinner, a special dinner for somebody,
yes,
they're very elegant.
They are.
They're lovely and they're not like you're not